and I'm sure I would get slandered for it some way or another, you know, that I sabotaged the microphones setup. I probably had you locked out or something. I mean, I'm sure that's how we get portrayed.
You're not saying you're guilty, Judge.
I am.
Yeah, well, exactly. It sounds like he's got a guilty conscience from the get-go. I'm not saying you do. I'm just saying. But no, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm going to go ahead and set these up, purchase them, provide them to everybody, because I hear complaints every week about people not being able to hear anything you guys say. They can hear half of what you guys say, and then the other half they can't. So I decide I'm willing to go ahead and purchase microphones that are easy to use for you guys, whether it be clip-on ones, wireless microphones, whatever. I'm willing to go ahead and buy the speaker for you guys, and that way, when you guys are talking up there, people can actually hear, and that way there's no misunderstanding about what you guys said, what's going on in the court, and I'll better educate all the people in the county of what's actually being said and done.
I would prefer it not be clip-ons, I would prefer it be
The wireless?
wireless.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine.
Set on the table, that way we can move them and easy to pick up and put away, that sort of thing. Could we coordinate through June to have her set them out at Commissioner's Court? Maybe keep them in her office even. Just a thought. Just keep it back in the back. I mean, it's not.
Put them over on the table when we go by and pick one up, no big deal.
Right. Yes, sir.
Question, donating the mics and the amps and so forth, that would be donating that to the county, it would now become property of the county, or are you using them just as long as you're here?
No, I mean, it'd be purely for Commissioner's Court.
But I mean, are you donating?
Yes, I donate all there, and I'd even volunteer to come up here and set it up for them.
But if it belongs to the county, then you would take care of it. If you were not there, then the county would own them. If they break, fail, and have to be replaced, it'd be the county's responsibility to replace the mics and fix everything. Just a couple of issues. I do that at the church, so I'm thinking, you know, that's equipment, each mic, batteries in the mics, all the different things that go on. So it's just something the court needs to consider. I think it's fantastic. I can't hear either, but it would be a great thing to know, are you responsible whenever this is all said and done? Are you responsible maintaining them, keeping them up? And if he happens to be sick and somebody can't come, do we have somebody available to set them up and make sure they're in order?
Also, for this location, or if you relocate to the courthouse itself, when you're using this facility for voting.
Well, that's why I'm looking to get something, a small setup, because it's not like they have Commissioner's Court in a large, you know, ridiculously sized room. So it'd be a small setup. Most likely it'd be one speaker. Get the microphones. And like I said, if I can't make it for some reason, I'll make sure I have someone lined up to come up here to set it up for them. And that way they don't have to worry about the responsibility of that. I'd even be willing to go ahead and replace the batteries when they go bad, replace microphones, and do the maintenance on them.
Well, I appreciate that, and it's a lot of add-ons. You know, I think it goes above and beyond just the donation.
Well, I don't want any concerns about.
Mr. Bell, I appreciate your wisdom on this. Can we accept a donation that is that general as it's listed, since we don't specifically know what we are receiving? I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but I mean, I guess I did put you on the spot.
He'll either show up with them and give them to us one day or he won't.
Yeah.
Well, I could table that motion until he brings them, and then we could.
I assume that he would like some,
Guidance about to drop by.
yes, before he goes and buys them, that y'all actually accept them when he shows up with them.
Exactly. I mean, because I'm looking at about an $800 to $1,000 investment in this.
I mean, if he buys them, shows up with them, y'all don't want them, I'll take them.
I'll send you the bill.
We use them for CPS court, I think it'd be wonderful. Yeah. I already got a spot picked out back there for the speaker, right to the side of that little wall pointing yonder way. That way when Judge Mabry's up there talking, he can hear her out there.
I think it's a great.
call them in
idea.
from the holding pen outside.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Put a little external speaker out there, so we can get mad over that.
Judge, I'd like to see the motion, I mean, I think it's a good idea, but it needs to be in the motion that he maintains them and takes care of them. Because there's, there's 5 of us.
I don't know about that, because he gives them to us, they're ours.
Yeah.
That's a donation, and if they're ours, then we should take care of
So it's gonna be our responsibility to
Yeah.
put the batteries in them, make sure they're here, make sure they
it.
work.
That's probably once or twice a year deal, so.
I'd like to add that to my motion though, that it, once it's donated, it belongs to the county and we do maintain the batteries and.
That's the only way we can accept the donation.
Right.
They're
And-
ours, no strings attached.
You're right. And, we probably do need to designate someone to kind of
Let's just see what-
care for
We can designate Brandon do that.
That'd be fine.
We can't use it.
That'd Unfortunately, I'll be here, so.
I second the motion.
As long as I can get a key to the box.
We have a
over there,
motion
it's almost
on the
the
table
box.
from, we have a motion on the floor from, to approve the, accepting the donation from Commissioner Ashby. We just got a second from Commissioner Matthews. Is there any further discussion on item number 18?
just no clip on it.
Okay.
I'd rather, that's the main thing.
That's
Way
fine.
Everybody can use them, we don't have to worry about throwing them down our backs and all that stuff.
Walking on with them.
That's fine.
That's what happens.
I don't know why couldn't they just stay set up on the side?
Well, I mean, there's
I know
various
there's a-
training events as well as early elections. I mean, there's gonna be things that happen.
Other than.
So it's gotta be-
Then that probably could be used,
It'd be minute times that it's gotta be
taken down.
taken.
Right, right.
Voting mainly, you can turn them off the rest of the time. Boom. Done.
With their wireless, they probably got some charging stand they set in, like you said. pick it up and walk by.
May not even have batteries, for all I know.
Today's technology, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. We're looking forward to it.
Okay, any other discussion on item number 18? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no. Ayes have it, motion carries.
Thank you.
Item number 19,
problem.
consider Department of Homeland Security grant authorization for mobile radio packages, resolution number 2020-04. It was originally sent over on the sheriff's letterhead. We transferred that over. That's what I gave you a copy of this morning. The wording should be identical to what you previously saw.
Make a motion to approve resolution 2020-04. Second.
Have a motion from Commissioner Matthews, a second from Commissioner Moore. Any further discussion on item number 19? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no. Ayes have it, motion carries. Item number 20 on the agenda is considered vacancy on the Board of Directors for the Coryell Central Appraisal District. It is regrettable that one of the members serving on the Appraisal District Board of Directors passed away recently. All of the voting entities that are represented by the Appraisal District have the opportunity to nominate someone if they so desire. I've talked with Mr. Carruthers in the past where they've had situations like this. Typically, the entity that sponsored and nominated that person will come back and nominate someone, to kind of fill that role. But I wanted to give you the opportunity to nominate someone to fill that position.
Was that Cove ISD's nominee?
Yeah, that was Cove ISD.
I would like to see them make their nomination, honestly.
I agree.
Well, I would concur with that. I mean, I want to give you the opportunity to, if you wanted to. So is anyone here wanting to make a nomination to fill that vacancy on the Board of Directors for Central Appraisal District?
No, sir.
Okay, hearing none, if you please annotate on item number 20 that no action was taken. Item number 21, pay bills. We've had bills presented in the amount of $858,560.56.
Motion to approve, Judge.
Second.
Motion to approve from Commissioner Jones, second from Commissioner Matthews. Any further discussion on paying bills? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no. Ayes have it, motion carries. Commissioners' reports. Commissioner Matthews. Commissioner Moore. Commissioner Jones.
I have something. Brandon, can we talk about the law enforcement center and justice center, just in discussion, or not even put on the agenda?
You can share your, thoughts on the matter during your, portion of the, commissioner's report, but unfortunately none of the rest of them will be able to engage in a conversation about it, but.
Okay, y'all be quiet. I've had people come to me and ask me about the law enforcement center and the justice center. To start with, the law enforcement center was for the sheriff and the JPs, so we changed that situation to the justice center, is that correct? That's the justice center. Okay, now all we're talking about is the law enforcement center, and I feel like we put the justice center on the back burner and just talk about the law enforcement center. We put money in the budget for the justice center, not the law enforcement center. It was said the other night at the forum that we put $900 and something thousand in the budget for the law enforcement center. That's what was said at the forum tonight, but that was put in for the justice center. So I've had people call me and ask me about that. I don't know where we've got everything mixed up or got it backwards or what, but it needs to be straightened out. We can put it on the agenda and talk about it the next court meeting, but it needs to be straightened out before it goes any further.
I agree, we need to add it to.
You're supposed to be quiet over there.
I'm just speaking out loud, where they can hear me. I wasn't answering you.
Okay. That's all I
I'm
have.
sorry, Don.
I've had a lot of people call me and ask me about that, and I just need to, and I hadn't discussed it with nobody, but this is a question I had.
I appreciate you addressing that.
I went down with my report, that's what it was.
Oh, that was your report?
Anything else, Commissioner Jones?
No, sir. Thank
Okay,
you.
no, thank you. Commissioner Ashby.
Got commissioner school starting tomorrow, Don, we're gonna miss you, man, all the partying we do every time we go.
I'm not gonna miss y'all.
So, you know, y'all, if you call, Kyle and I'll be in class, and we probably won't answer the phone. Just want to let y'all know we'll be out all week, and then we, had our first meeting for the senior expo with possible dates. Two possible dates is April 16th or the 23rd, that's, I'll let you know more about that later on, but that's, yes, sir. It's gonna be one of those two dates. And I'll let you know next time, we'll have another meeting next month. Anyway, that's all I got.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner Ashby. All right, to wrap up, early voting begins on, February 18th. As a reminder, the voting equipment will have demonstrations in Coppers Cove tonight at the early voting, election site of 508B Cove Terrace Shopping Center. Tomorrow night, right here in this room, there will be voting equipment, demonstration, for this early voting site. I applaud, Justin Carruthers and all of his election crew, the time and effort that they put in ensuring that, everyone is trained and up to speed on this new, voting equipment. Obviously, we anticipate a pretty heavy voter turnout, and the glitches would be more than a negative, view from the people on this. So I think that they're set up and they're ready to go to run a good election. Our next meeting, on the 24th, because of early voting, we will be conducting that in the courthouse basement. Also, at the next meeting, we need to be prepared, to discuss, whatever our employee appreciation event is gonna be for April. Please look over your calendars, consider dates. I would also like to talk through, the potential or the possibility of scheduling that for a Saturday. You know, we exclude, I think, many of our Copperas Cove employees from being able to participate strictly from the event, strictly because of time, being able to get to and from Copperas Cove. So, you know, and I'm not saying that that's the right answer. I'm just saying I'd like to discuss, you know, what all of our options are. So please be ready for that. I would like to extend my sincerest congratulations to Holly Thomas. She was the reserve grand champion steer at the Fort Worth Livestock Show. I believe the winning bid on her steer was $200,000, and that is in like the top 2 or 3 of all reserve grand champion steers that they've ever had. I just saw it on YouTube, or not YouTube, but on Facebook, so obviously it's official, because it wasn't on Facebook. I mean, that's an impressive animal, and the way she handled it in the ring was just, truly, I mean, it was pretty spectacular. So with that, you know, our 4-H program continues to grow. I believe Becky Coward reported that countywide, we are up to over 400 participants now in the 4-H program. And I can't say enough good things about those who are working hard to provide good purpose and direction for the youth of our county.
And I think so much so the other direction, I want to expand the barn, is that correct, Kyle?
We are looking at it.
Talking about that.
There's
We need some space. Need some space.
good things happening in Coryell County. Last one we've got, June is in Austin doing website training today. When she gets back, she'll be able to do some train the trainer with departments as needed. And then later on this month, I guess it's next week, she'll be gone for 3 days for administrative training down in San Marcos. But I'll make sure you are aware of those dates that she's out. Any alibis?
Is that the county management, no, that's in Galveston.
So any allies? Okay, hearing none, we stand adjourned. Thanks everyone for being here.